Legends 362 DL 362 years into the Leon, the Great War, the last true council. Cale felt the crust of blood crack and flake off of him as they stormed through the halls in the City of Wind. With every step his pace quickened to the council's chambers. They had been betrayed, but they would find the culprit and seek their vengeance, or all the world would fall. Flanking him were the other Ronin, 8 heroes who echoed his urgency. As always, Omni, Ronin of Sun, and Maris, Ronin of Leaf, were the nearest 2, his closest companions. The others were not far behind. Water, fire, stone, moon, sun, leaf, metal, flesh. Together, including him, they were the 9 elemental guardians of the world and the supposed protectors of Farhaven. Yet here they were, destined to fail mankind in its final hour. Cale wouldn't let it end this way. As they moved, guards, servants, and couriers stared at their bloodied clothes and pressed against the wall as they passed, watching them like angels of death. On his right, the dawning sun shone through the column of pillars. The hallway was open to the elements, revealing a city to rival all cities, the legendary Morrow, City of Wind. Clouds floated by, and he caught glimpses of the rest of the city. Dozens of behemoth floating rocks suspended in mid-air by rising winds. Each held a tiny city connected by elaborate bridges. On each floating rock and adorning the cityscape were thousands of windmills, utilizing the ever-present gusts to power the great kingdom. Even from here, Cale felt it. The wind. It rushed up from all angles, flowing over the columns and rising like tiny white snakes, vanishing into the air. If anyone peered down into that rushing wind, they would see the giant updrafts of air supported a thing of miracles. Whole cities, floating on islands of rock, suspended in mid-air by the rising winds. But despite the wind that spiked his senses, feeding his ire and power, the grandeur of the great kingdom was far from his mind.